Rock climbing is one of the most adrenaline-pumping sports you can do. Whether you're bouldering or using a harness and rope, indoor climbing is a great total body workout. That being said, you have to train your mind and body to literally push yourself to new heights. In this video, we're going to share with you ways of how you can improve your overall strength and endurance to better your rock climbing skills. And hopefully, be able to get the chance one day to go on great rock climbing adventures. Before I explain certain exercises for strength gain, I'm going to show you ways on how to increase flexibility of the target muscles. Prior to any stretching, it is important to do a proper warm-up to enhance blood flow to the desired muscles. Rock climbing requires a wide range of movements and motions, and it is important to do a very dynamic warm-up that incorporates a lot of movement. Sometimes you may even look silly, but trust me, it's worth it. A 5 to 10 minute warm-up is recommended before any exercise, and for the sake of this video, that's what we'll recommend. After you feel loose enough to start stretching, we can start off by stretching our forearm muscles. Since grip strength is such a crucial aspect of rock climbing, it is important to make sure that the forearm muscles are well stretched. As you can see in the video, the climber is using a small stick to hold and stretch the inner forearm muscles. The small stick allows for more leverage on the muscle, and in result, a more full stretch. It is important for this movement to make sure that you're pulling inwards towards the midline of your body during the stretch. You can repeat this stretch with both arms 3 to 4 times, holding for at least 30 seconds between each rep. There are many different types of hamstring and groin muscle stretches out there, and I'm sure they all have their pros and cons. In this video, I'm going to show you a few that I find most helpful for rock climbing. Again, rock climbing requires a wide range of motions and movements, especially in regards to leg movements. By incorporating a dynamic range of movements in your workout routine is crucial for maximizing your climbing abilities, as well as reducing the risk of injury during a climb. Side-to-side lunges are beneficial for both flexibility in the hamstrings and groin, and also strength gain. They offer a wide range of motion and also increase endurance for the working muscles. When you're doing this exercise, make sure you do not force a deep stretch. That could result in injury. Here's an example of a more static stretch of the same muscles. As you get more comfortable with the stretch, you can make an effort to stretch deeper to further increase your flexibility. This is more of an advanced movement and should only be done by flexible individuals and people with experience. The standing toe touch is great because it does two things at once. For the hamstring of the leg that is taking all the weight, this is a muscle strengthening exercise. For the hamstring being stretched, it is a flexibility exercise. This is a great stretch/workout for rock climbing because often during a climb, one leg is being stretched and the other is being supported on, just like in this exercise. This is an example of a highly dynamic stretch. The reason I like it so much is because it involves stretching of muscles across the entire body, including your abdominal muscles, leg muscles, and shoulder and neck muscles. It's probably not actually the world's greatest stretch, but it does a good job in incorporating a wide range of movements in a safe and structured way. Now that we've went over a few ways to stretch your muscles involved in rock climbing, I'm going to go over a few workouts that can help strengthen certain aspects of your climbing game. Some of these workouts are especially good for beginners because as a beginner, you may not naturally have the appropriate strength in some of your muscles to support your own body weight. But don't worry, hopefully these exercises will help you achieve your climbing goals. Since we just finished looking at leg and lower body stretching, we'll start with going over a few leg workouts. We'll start with the pistol wall squat. This exercise enables you to build strength in your hamstrings by using your own body weight. As a rock climber, you are not necessarily training the capacity to lift a lot of weight. Instead, you should be trying to train yourself to lift your own body weight better. Part of what makes this exercise great for beginners is that it gives you the option to assist yourself with balance during the exercise. As you get better at this workout, you will find yourself having less difficulty with maintaining balance. For climbers, it is not necessary to have excess body weight, even if it is muscle mass. Strength and endurance are key when rock climbing. Next we have the straight leg calf raises. This may seem like a very simple task, but after doing many of these, you will see how it can be beneficial. Your calves are made of muscles that are specialized for endurance, so it only makes sense that you have to do a lot of these to feel and see the benefits. It is important for this exercise to make sure that you go on your tippy toes as high as you can to make sure the muscle contracts as much as possible. For beginners, it may be better to start with the double leg calf raises and move on to the single leg when you feel your calves are strong enough to properly do the exercise. After a couple weeks of doing calf raises every day, you'll start to feel and see improvements on your calf muscle strength. Here is an example of how you can incorporate calf raises in a way that you can work on balance as well. Balance is a very important skill for all climbers to have. During this exercise, you can hold this posture for as long as you can. Often during a climb, you have to hold postures. By practicing this single move, you can help your muscle adapt to isomeric contractions, or in other words, a contraction where the muscle is not moving. There are endless lists of upper body workouts that someone could do to increase strength. However, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to explain a couple that I feel are highly beneficial for climbers and beginner climbers. I'll start off by going over a few arm and back exercises. Rock climbing is about learning to move your body weight as effectively as possible, so the most important piece of your equipment to any rock climbing gym is your own body. The exercises we are going to go over do not require any added weight, and you will hopefully be able to do them from the comfort of your own home.
Pull-ups. Start off by suspending yourself on the bar with your hands far apart, forming a V shape as shown. Your arms must not be totally extended so that your dorsal muscle is always tense. Pull yourself upwards until your chest reaches the bar. While you are lifting yourself, your body must follow a straight line and must not swing backwards or forwards. Return to the starting position slowly and remember not to extend your arms completely. If doing all those steps completely right, you should have something that looks like this. You can do a variety of pull-ups to work different muscles. How you grip the bar also determines what muscle you work. When your palms are facing away from you, you are working more your back.
Another reason pull-ups are great is because you can do them pretty much anywhere. Here's a few examples. To increase finger strength, you can do finger pull-ups, which are the same as normal pull-ups, but instead of using your full hand to grab the grips, you grab the grips with just your fingers. Often when climbing or bouldering, you have to grab onto rocks with just the tips of your fingers, which can be very challenging if you don't have good hand grip strength. A way you can do pull-ups and work on grip strength at the same time in your own house is to do door frame pull-ups. However, door frame pull-ups are extremely tough, and at first I would recommend doing regular pull-ups for beginners. Remember that rock climbers do not benefit from excess upper body mass. It is more important to gain upper body strength as opposed to increased muscle mass, and therefore, pull-ups are probably the #1 way to benefit your climbing game with regards to upper body workouts. Last but not least, we're going to look at ways to improve your core strength. Core strength is what provides you with stability and improves your overall balance of your climbing. It will also help you be more fatigue resistant during your climb. The core is always working during any dynamic exercise. The more core strength you have, the more you can rely on your core to assist you with every movement you have to make. Aside from its name, mountain climbers incorporate many movements that can improve your overall strength to help you with climbing, especially for beginners. It can also easily be done at home, which is a bonus. After you have yourself set up on the floor properly with your hands supporting you and your legs in place, you use an explosive jump to switch the legs positions. You do this repeatedly until exhaustion. This movement targets your abdominal muscles as well as the glutes, hamstrings, and calves. Something to avoid during this exercise is bringing your hips up during the leg switch. Your hips do have to rise when you switch, but making sure that that rise isn't too much and remaining almost parallel between your back and the ground the entire time you're doing the movement. As you get better at this exercise, you can increase the intensity by making the leg switch faster. The last exercise I want to share with you is the Superman. Supermans are a really good way to improve your long back muscles that extend through large portions of your spine. This is a great exercise, especially for beginners, to increase and maintain back strength and also the glute muscles. This exercise is key for preventing injury and is great when combined with other popular exercises like sit-ups. To do this exercise, lay face down on the ground. You're going to want to extend your arms in front of you and also have your legs extended. Next, you're going to lift your hands and arms upwards, while at the same time, you're going to lift your feet off the ground. Doing this motion, flex and hold the position about your feet 3 to 5 seconds and repeat. This motion highly resembles the way Superman flies, and that's where it gets its name. Looking back at what we went through during the video, I showed a few ways how to properly warm up. We looked at a couple examples of good leg workouts, arm and back workouts, and also a couple of solid core workouts. This video was made to help beginner rock climbers learn a few ways on how to improve their rock climbing skills from home without going to the gym. Rock climbing is a tough activity and may be discouraging to people because it is not easy. Hopefully this video motivated you to aim high and shoot high. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned a few things that will keep you encouraged to reach higher and have greater success with climbing.